Raceland. If you'd stand with me, please, I'd like to open with prayer. Councilwoman Stephanie Bless-Cook will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Heavenly Father, we're so thankful that we have been blessed with another day of life. We thank you for your love. We ask now for divine direction. We ask that you would be with everyone in this room and that we would consider the decisions we make tonight that affects everyone in our community. We pray for wisdom, as always, and we ask your blessing on our time together. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Madam Clerk, would you do the roll call, please?
Councilwoman Catlin?
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Bless-Cook?
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook?
Yes.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook?
Yes.
Councilman Wayne Hackett?
Yes.
Pass this down to Wayne. Stephanie. Tonight, before we get into the regular business of the city, we are going to go through the process of appointing a new council member. Councilman Bill Bear. Sorry about that. Officially gave us a resignation letter, and I'd like to read that last month. So tonight we need to appoint someone to fill his seat. And the letter is as such. Dear Mayor Wilson, I hope this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. I'm writing to formally submit my resignation as a councilman for the city of Raceland effective 8/14/24. It is with mixed emotions that I make this decision. Serving as a councilman has been a tremendous honor and privilege, and I'm grateful for the trust and support I received from both the mayor's office and the citizens of Raceland. However, due to personal circumstances, I will be relocating to Tennessee in the near future. During my tenure as a councilman, I've had the opportunity to work alongside dedicated individuals who are passionate about improving our community, and together we've achieved significant milestones and implemented positive changes that have had a lasting impact on the lives of our residents. I'm proud of the progress we have made and the collaborative spirit that has defined our work. I want to express my sincere gratitude to you, Mayor Wilson, for your guidance, leadership, and unwavering commitment to the betterment of Raceland. Your dedication to public service has been an inspiration to me and has helped shape my own approach to civic responsibility. I'm confident that under your continued guidance, Raceland will thrive and flourish. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the entire council and the city administration for their support and collaboration throughout my term. The collective efforts of our team have made a positive impact on Raceland, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to have been a part of this dedicated group. Once again, I want to extend my deepest appreciation for the invaluable experiences and relationships I've gained during my tenure as a councilman, and I'm confident that Raceland will continue to prosper and thrive under your leadership and the collective efforts of the council. Thank you for your understanding and support. I wish you and the entire city. So tonight we need to appoint a person to fill that spot, and this will be for the last 4 meetings of the year, which includes tonight's meeting as well. That's why we want to do it at the beginning. Of course, we have an election coming up in November, so whoever wins these seats in November will be here starting on January 1. So we did inform those who are on the ballot in November of this vacant seat. And I see most of them are probably here tonight. So I want to open the floor for anyone who wants to be considered to fill this seat tonight to come up to the podium and state your name, where you live, and give the council a little speech about why you'd like to be a councilman. And then we will proceed after that. So who wants to go first? Mr. Jackson.
Hello, Hello, folks. Proud to be here tonight.
State your name.
Kevin Jackson, I figured a lot of you knew me from other episodes down here, but I was proud of the 4 years that I served down here as councilman. And I just felt like a few months back, it was time to get involved again. And I think I'll be a true asset to the town, to the council. I was kindly referred to as a numbers guy when I was on the council because I would literally go over the packet over the weekends, come in here and look at the numbers. And sometimes I said things that weren't really, it was like the elephant in the room. Nobody wanted to talk about the situation. Something you and I just referred to a little while ago. The stream of revenue that needs to come into this town and the limited stream of revenue that comes into this town. And I'd like to be able to be here, be part of this, and make sure that can continue and find different ways to increase that revenue, because that's what we got to run on. And as council members and future council members, that's our main responsibility, is to find ways to generate revenue so the city can function. And I'd like to be part of that. I hope you take me into consideration tonight. And again, I think I'd be a true asset. My wife and I live up in Derby Hills, been there about 12 years. Great neighborhood, great part of town. Been pretty supportive of all the things in town. You know, we're kind of quiet people, but we stay involved as much as we can. But consider me for this position, because I do get deeply into, like I said, these packets that you guys get and ladies get, you know, and go through them thoroughly. It's important that you do that, or we do that, because that's the way we can function more efficiently. So I want you all to consider me for this vacancy, and thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Someone else.
Evening, everybody. My name is Mark Jobe. I will be running in November for the seat also. I live up in Colvin Heights. I'm a father of two. Both of my boys, one has graduated from Raceland. The other one, he's a junior this year. I've never run for a seat of any type, but I feel it's time for me to step out, explore, figure out what I need, what I want. And I've been watching Raceland since 2015 is when we moved in. My family and we moved into Colvin Heights. I didn't really see eye to eye on some of the past decisions, so I figured it was time for me to try to join the team. I've known several of you in a few years. I've watched others. You know, I've kind of picked up on what I needed to know, what I needed to kind of do. I've seen Raceland expand tremendously in the last little bit, and I feel that I would be a number one asset in this group for it. I just feel that basically it's time for me, more or less, like I said a minute ago, to spread my wings. I've never done this before. I'm new to the game. I'm willing to, help out. I'm willing to everything. I've volunteered for stuff when my boys were in school. I do work another job as well. I do believe I have a lot of assets that I can bring forth. The main thing is when the water park went in over here, I thought that was just wow, you know what I mean? And then that's when I said, it's time for me to step up. I didn't have a clue how to do it. So I got out and started banging on doors, ringing phones, asking what do I got to do, how you do it. People in the community, opened their door, stuck their hand out, said, I'll tell you, I'll help you, I'll show you. And I've never been more felt, not really alive, but felt welcomed in a community. Like I said, I've only been here since 2015, but I was born and raised in Greenup. When we moved up here, Small Wonders Daycare was in business. I know some of you remember it. That's how long I have been affiliated with Raceland, is through it. That's where both my boys went to kindergarten, Head Start. Well, not kindergarten, but they went to daycare. They went to preschool through there, everything else. I mean, so I hope you consider me tonight. If not, I will still be out there in November doing what I got to do to try to succeed at it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jobe. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Jackie Forrest Artis. I've been on city council before, and I enjoyed it. I'm not afraid to ask questions. I'm one of the nosiest people you'll know on this council, because if I don't know what they're talking about, believe me, I'll make them explain it to me. I've lived here for 30-some years. I've raised 3 kids here. I've got a granddaughter that's over here in school. I just love our little city. I like being involved. And thank you for the comments on the water park, because that's my baby. And I just like to be considered again. I am running again in November, and I hope to be a part of the council again. I enjoy it. If not, I'll still be here asking my questions and nosy. And I question everything they do. That they can account to that. And I'm not afraid to ask questions, and I'm not afraid of hard work. So please consider me again. If not, I'll be here in November. Okay. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Ms. Artis.
My name's Mike French. I live on top of the hill here by the karate studio. I've been involved with the communities since early 2000s. Fire department, archery club, Boy Scouts, you name it, I've been involved with it. I own a small business that started in 2000. We've been going for 24 years. Just like to be considered because of the want to make it transparent, help the city grow, help the city thrive. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. French.
My name's Byron Newland. I'm also on the ballot for November, running. Lifelong resident of Greenup County. My wife and 2 kids live on Chin Street. We've lived there for about eight or 9 years. My wife's a teacher at Raceland. I'm also a electrical estimator for a company called Amtech. I was approached by Tony to take a look at running for this seat, this one in particular and the one in November. And I'm very interested in learning and growing with our community and doing everything that I can to benefit every individual in this community. And I'm a bit younger than my constituents here, but I think I make up for that in a willingness to learn and to act. And I'm very excited to be running for November, and I would like to be considered for this seat to hopefully get a head start on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Newland. Now, according to Kentucky statutes, the mayor has no say in who gets appointed on this council. Only the council members can vote and appoint the new council member. Let me remind you, this is for a seat for the next 4 meetings. This meeting is included in that 4. And then, of course, in November, whoever wins will take the place up here. In order to be fair and not to have a mad dash for people to make motions, I'm going to call each person's name out according to the order with which they spoke. And as we go down the list, I will need a first and a second motion. When we get a second, the entire council will vote on that person. If that person does not receive a majority vote, we will move to the next person. There's really no way to do this without somebody, maybe feeling like it was a popularity contest or something, but it's really not. It's just a matter of appointing somebody for these next 4 meetings. Like I said, everybody that spoke tonight is already on the ballot in November. So just keep that in mind and don't feel dejected if you're not appointed. But this is the way we're going to do it to keep it fair. And we'll just go ahead and start. Is the council clear? I need a first and a second motion. And then we'll do a roll call when we get a second motion on each person until we get someone appointed. So our first speaker tonight was Mr. Kevin Jackson. If you'd like to place him on the council, I need a first and a second motion. One more chance. I have a motion for Kevin Jackson. Okay, we'll move to the next. Mr. Mark Job, do I have a motion and a second for Mark Job?
I'll make the motion for Mark Job.
Okay, motion's been made by Councilwoman Blevins Cook. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Councilman Tackett seconds it. Roll call, Madam Clerk, please.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Wayne Tackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
No.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
No.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook.
No. Okay, the noes have it. So we move to the next person on the list, which is Jackie Forrest Artis. Do I have a motion and a second for Jackie?
I'll make a motion for Jackie.
We have a motion from Councilwoman Catlin for Jackie Forrest Artis. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second from Councilman Holbrook. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
Yes.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook.
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
No.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
No.
Councilman Wayne Tackett.
No.
Once again, the noes have it. We'll move to the next person. Mike French. Do I have a motion and a second for Mike French?
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion from Councilman Cook. Do we have a second? We have a motion for Mike French. Do we have a second? No second. We move to the last person, Byron Newland. I need a motion and a second for Mr. Newland.
I'll make the motion.
We have a motion from Councilman Tackett,
I'll second.
and we have a second from Councilwoman Blevins Cook. Can we get a roll call, please?
Councilman Wayne Tackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
No.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
No.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook.
No.
All right, now we have another no. Yes, Mr. Administrator, you can address the council.
Pursuant to KRS, I'm going to remind the council, if we do not select tonight, the city clerk and myself will be turning this decision over to Governor Bashir tomorrow morning. It has to be tonight. We had so many days within the KRS to make this decision. That's just a law. So
So unless we want the governor to appoint someone, we will go back and start again. And if you want to change your vote, that'll give you the opportunity so we can get someone appointed tonight. So we'll just do it again. Mr. Jackson, do we have a motion and a second for Mr. Kevin Jackson? Okay. Mark Job, do we have a first and a second for Mark Job? Okay. Jackie Forrest, artist. Do we have a first and a second for Jackie?
Yes, I'm Jackie.
Councilwoman Catlin makes the motion.
I'll second.
Second by Carlos Holbrook. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Ian Catlin,
Yes.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook.
Good.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
No.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Wayne Tackett.
No.
We have 3 yeses and 2 nos. The yeses have it. So our new council person to fill this seat tonight is Jackie Forrest, artist. If you would come forward, please, I will swear you in and you can take your seat.
I'll take a picture of this and Kathy shaker.
Yeah, and I'll come out front. You can just stand right there. We'll get the city logo behind us. And you want to stand right here, Jack, in front of her. Kind of down. Okay, that background. Okay, raise your right hand. All right, we're gonna do the oath now, so if you have your attention, repeat after me. I, Jackie Forrest, artist,
I, Jackie Forrest, artist,
do solemnly swear or affirm,
do
solemnly swear
solemnly affirm, whatever, I'm
or
sorry,
affirm
I'm nervous,
that I will support the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
that I will support
support the
that I will
Constitution
support the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
and be faithful and true
be faithful and true
to the Constitution of Kentucky,
to the Constitution of Kentucky,
so long as I continue
as long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully execute
faithfully execute
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
the office of councilman
the office of councilman
according to law.
according to law.
And I do further solemnly swear,
And I do formally
solemnly swear
solemnly swear, I'm sorry,
that since the adoption
that since the adoption
of the present Constitution,
of the present Constitution,
I being a citizen of the United States,
I being a citizen of the United States,
have not fought a duel
have not fought a duel
with deadly weapons
with deadly weapons
within this state,
within this state,
nor out of it,
nor out of it,
nor have I sent
nor have I sent,
or accepted a challenge
accepted a challenge
to fight a duel
to fight a duel
with deadly weapons,
with deadly weapons,
nor have I acted
nor have I acted
as a second
as a second
in carrying a challenge,
in carrying this challenge,
nor aided
nor aided
or assisted any person
or assisted any person
thus offended.
that's
So help me God.
a
Congratulations, Councilwoman Artist.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the council for making that decision tonight so we can carry forward. The next item on our agenda tonight, first up is citizens' concerns. If anyone would like to speak about any concerns you may have in the community, this is your chance. Step up to the podium, state your name, where you live, and what your nature of business is. Oh, you want to? Okay. Sure.
My name is Jessie Neese. I live on Raceland Avenue, been a resident for 22 years. My husband and I have noticed all the new people running for council.
Mhm.
And we were talking about it, and I would like to make the suggestion. I think that all the present council members and the new ones that are trying to get elected should have a meet and greet. Meet the council that's already here, meet the possible ones running, and just kind of get a feel for what everybody's vision is for the city. I just think that would be a good idea because I don't know a lot of these new people, and I'm very well interested, and I vote.
Not a bad idea. We'll take that into consideration. Thank you. Thank you, Jesse. Does anyone else have anything? Okay, we'll move on with the business. We need to approve the minutes from the last meeting. I'll need a first and second motion on that.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes from last meeting.
Councilman Holbrook makes a motion. Do I have a second? Second by Councilwoman Catlin. Roll call, please.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook.
Yes.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook.
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook.
Yes.
Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
Minutes are approved. Next item is to approve the bills.
Has Pitney Bowes went up, Susie?
Yes, our postage has really went up. We're paying 69 cents for a letter.
And it's going up even higher, I think, to 73 or something.
I know what it is.
Right.
I noticed that on the ground.
We have researched alternate ways to try to bring that down.
Yeah.
And it involved going to the Ashland Post Office and sorting it ourselves. And it was only going to save very little. And now that things have changed from the Ashland Post Office, I don't know if they would even offer that.
Right.
Do I have a first and second to approve the bills? Or any other questions?
I'll make a motion, we approve the bills.
Okay,
I'll second.
Councilman Cook makes the motion. Councilman Holbrook seconds it. Roll call, please.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook,
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
and Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
Bills are approved. Thank you.
Mayor Wilson,
Yes.
I would like to comment on the purchase order printout we got. That's really good how it's organized now. Susie did a good job of that. Appreciate it, Susie.
Thank you. If you look at that, there are some blocks that do not have a price in it. That's just because we haven't been billed yet.
Yes, the new organization is proven to be much more able to be understood as to how everything's coming
I
out.
like the P&L versus budget.
Appreciate your work on that.
Thank you.
The next order of business on our agenda tonight is the second reading of ordinance 2024-08, regulating the allowance of cannabis business. So this is the second reading of this, and we'll need a first and a second motion.
I'd like to speak on that. Come on.
Sure. City Administrator Dustin Burchett.
Council, I want you to consider on section 4B of this. I think we should pass this, but let's change the initial fees to across the board 500. This ordinance was drafted and looking at some of the more larger populated areas. Comparing it now on the fees to our neighboring cities that are passing similar ordinances, we're going to be very priced out. Most of them are shooting in the 500 to 750 range. So I would recommend we pass it, but with the change on section 4B, all initial fees be a flat 500 across the board.
Is everything else pretty competitive with other cities?
Yes. Yes, actually,
5%, all that.
yes, most of the city, a lot of the cities have actually been requested to review this one, and it's turned out really well. Our attorney Reagan's done a good job on it. We've worked hand in hand with the state on all the current regulations.
So are you proposing we keep it 500 for all of those?
Yes.
Okay. So with the change on section 4B to $500 for all levels of fees, I need a first and a second motion. To pass the second reading of ordinance number 2024-08.
I'll make the motion to pass ordinance 2024-08 with the changes to section 4B to make the $500 fee across the board.
Okay, Councilwoman Blevins Cook makes the motion.
I'll second.
Councilman Holbrook seconds it. Roll call, Madam Clerk, please.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook,
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Amy Catlin,
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you. The ordinance passes. Next will be our city administrator's report by Mr. Dustin Burchett.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone knows I like to stand. So first, I want to thank everyone for being here. We have a very good problem to have that we have 8 people in this room that are running. I know a lot of cities across the state struggle to even fill seats. The
Yes.
fact that we have this many individuals that are interested and want to get involved is a good thing to have. And I want to thank Ms. Neese here for bringing up that idea, also for Meet the Candidates. That's a wonderful idea.
Yes.
Quickly, things are going well. A long time ago in one of these meetings, somebody said, all you talk about is grants. So yes, that's all they talk about. It's grant money because our city runs on grants. So far, we've spent about $300,000 in grant money replacing 200 foot of line on Tonawanda, 2 manholes, another 200 foot on Linwood of sewer lines that have been collapsed. We replaced almost 300 foot of aging water line on Raceland Avenue. All that was 100%. Yeah, Miss Neese was a victim of last year's horrible water breaks in the winter. And trust me, our guys are going to be thrilled not to be there for many, many days. We were able, through negotiating on this grant process, and Eric Patton's in the room. He worked with me hand in hand on this since his days at FiveCo. And back then, Judge Carpenter, to even give Raceland a little bit more money. So we actually came in under budget, and we're reallocating that money right now to replace almost half a dozen fire hydrants, half a dozen broken valves, replace another about 100 foot of collapsed air line on Williams Avenue. And we're in the process of doing that currently, getting that money made available. Staying on grants, I do need to ask the council to pass a resolution to allow me to write a grant to the group known as Foundation for Tri-State. We are a previous award winner from this group. It's for $10,000 is what the max amount is. This grant, if we are awarded it, will put a ADA compliant safety ramp around the stage for handicapped individuals. So if I could get the council to make a motion to approve me.
You first and a second.
I'll make a motion. We allow Dustin to try a grant.
Councilman Holbrook makes a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Councilman Tackett will have the second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook,
Yes.
Councilman Wayne Tackett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Amy Catlin,
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook.
Yes.
Permission granted.
Okay. Hopefully we received this grant. I feel really good about it. We've had a wonderful relationship with this group. That's where we receive our green grants. If you've seen the new trees that's been planted through here, that was also through a grant this year. Also, in more positive news, everybody knows we're a member of the Northeast Kentucky Chamber of Commerce. They have a community leadership development program that's been going on for over 45 years. I've been selected to be in this year's class. It starts tomorrow. I'll be for the next few Wednesdays visiting this area with other leaders in the area and going through that training. When I first got here, we were members of Kentucky League of Cities. Anybody can see our proud member plaque on the wall there. And at that time, we had our city clerk going through, being the first certified clerk we've ever had in the city's history through the Kentucky League of Cities Academy. And I received my first level certificate this year, and we awarded at the end of the month in Lexington. It's training we do every year. I'll be shooting for my second level next year and hopefully all the way up to be a certified municipal officer. Also, on more positive notes, you'll be seeing the roof on this building getting replaced. We had some storm damage. We received an insurance payout of $14,500 on it. That will go to offset to replace the entire roof. The roof will be completely replaced and actually match our other roofs with the same black metal. And finally, we're getting on the schedule, and the people of Green Acres will love to hear this. Green Acres strive to be paved before winter comes. And Green Acres is a very large road. It's going to cost us about $48,000. We're at the point now, for anyone that's not noticed the amount of money this council and prior councils and mayor has put into the city, we've spent well over $500,000 in paving since I started here. And that was a little over 3 years ago. Right now, though, we've reached the point that we're having to balance out that these other roads are extremely large. Before, we were able to get a lot of small roads, and I felt like it went a lot farther. Now we're going to be a little bit more strategic. We do have limited funds. I appreciate former Councilman Kevin Jackson discussing funds. That's all I talk about is money too. And we've done a good job with our earmark money, guys, to continue to pave these roads. So. And that is all I have. If anyone has any questions for me, I'm right here. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll hear from Chief Salmons with the Police Department report.
Okay, last month, the police department answered 322 calls. Our auction that we had there a week or so ago brought in $4,878.
Great.
I want to ask the council, I have a red Subaru in the impound lot, but you never know it was a Subaru. It looks like it's been running through a car crusher. Now, state law says because it has blood in it, I cannot sell it publicly. I have to run it through either I have to destroy it or sell it to a scrapyard to be destroyed.
Okay.
So I would like to ask you all to declare that vehicle scrap along with a bunch of old metal desks up there, and we'll haul all that to Mansbach's.
Okay, can I get a motion in a second?
I'll make a motion to make it all scrap.
I'll second.
Councilman Holbrook made the motion. Councilwoman Catlin seconded. Roll call.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook.
Yes.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook.
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook.
Yes.
Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
Permission granted.
Okay, now, I've had a few people ask me about the road checks we've been doing. We're under a grant with the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. And these are done all across the state. They pay the city to have us do this. And they kind of coordinate these across the state. But here in the last few road checks we got, we removed 6 DUIs from the road. We arrested 4 people that wanted on warrants.
Wow.
We got 3 drug possessions, and we got 8 people with suspended operator's license. So they do work, and
Yeah, they do.
you know, for every DUI that we get off the road, I feel a whole lot better because I've worked a lot of wrecks and fatalities where DUIs have been involved.
Somebody's life saved. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Appreciate you, Chief Salmons, and the whole police department. Next on the agenda is the fire department report.
I'm filling in for Chief Al. He is in Texas.
All right.
I will say this, I hope everyone that looks at this package, he's put together, ever has. He's done a wonderful job. Preparing for this meeting, please.
Hey, Dustin, we get started out on my full comment. I've had a lot of people ask me why we post when we do our road check. That is a federal requirement. That if we don't do that, then we arrest somebody, it gets thrown out of court.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. So that is why we post where and when.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does the one always say mechanical road when it's on just on run?
Well, it's the intersection, and it's actually no longer mechanical road, I don't think it is.
Well, the reason why I asked is because I knew the ones in between the under tunnels and then the one on my side, the Raceland mechanical road is not on that side of Pond Run, so I was confused.
Okay. When it's mechanical road, it's between the underpasses. When it just says Pond Run, it's up this way.
Okay.
But like I said, a lot of people was asked, now you know that we're required by federal law to give announcement prior, and we also have to set up signs out from each side of us that says warning, safety check on the head. So that way if they want to turn around, safety check, that's what they're called. And that way if they don't want to come to it, they want to turn around, they can, but most people, especially the drunk drivers, they don't pay no attention to that.
Works for me. Our fire department report.
Yeah, like I said, I'm filling in for Chief Howe. If anyone would like to see this, this is a very impressive report. I'm very, very thrilled with the chief's work over the past few months. So I'm gonna read his statement. The fire department has had 4 meetings, 13 calls in the month of July. Payroll sheet has been attached as well as a visual report. We performed 1 mutual aid call to support and stand by for Summer Ironville Fire Department for a member's funeral. We were asked to assist 2 nights at the Graham County Fair and 2 nights at RWHS for the football games, leaving us responding to 8 true emergency calls. The fire department's had 107 CAD calls of August 31st. August has been a busy month for the fire department. The repainting of the station is about 90% complete and should finish very soon. The meeting room and office floor is scheduled to be replenished by Surface King. I have secured a 20-foot shipping container to replace the old rotting away shed beside the parking lot. It will be donated to the fire department by ANA Porta Potty, and I hope to have it in the coming weeks. Attached is a quote from A1 Contracting for roof repairs on the firehouse, but also includes the sitting building also. We have water leaking in the back offices of the fire department and the C building, and the contractor found that almost every screw on the roof is loose or sticking up, allowing water to leak around them. The new fire engine is currently around 50% complete and has left the chassis plant and headed to the body and final assembly plant in South Dakota. We are still expected to receive a new truck by the end of the year.
Excellent.
So, and I, of course, spoke with Chief Al for, I was going to do this presentation for him. On the contracting, we will, as funds allow, we will try to get that taken care of. It is a kind of a mutual thing, the way the pitch is on both of the roofs. We are seeing a valley and seeing this erosion. So we are going to try to get that taken care of, like I said, as funds allow. Also, I'd like to openly ask anyone out there, one thing the fire department does every year, it's a wonderful thing, is Fire Prevention Week. And that's coming up in October. For us to really do a very nice Fire Prevention Week, it's going to cost us probably about $1,500 to $2,000 in materials for all the students. You know, they get the hats, they get the badges, they get all the materials. And I'm always chasing money and donations, so I'm kind of asking everyone in the room if they know of any company and group who want to help be part of this. It's a wonderful program, and
When is that?
We haven't set a date or
Oh,
week
okay.
yet, but it'll be in October.
October, okay.
Yes. So I'm throwing this out there. Anyone might work at King's Daughters Medical Center or anywhere else?
Yeah,
I don't know. Might own their own, you know, paving company.
surely somebody does.
I want to add something, Dustin. Down at Family Dollar, you can purchase cleaning supplies to be donated to the Raceland Fire Department. They've got flyers up down there, things that they need, trying to save us a little money.
Excellent.
So that will run, that runs 1 month.
Fire
So
permit.
I set that up
Oh,
at the
okay.
beginning of the month. It will run a month.
Good job.
And then after this month, we will try to run it another.
Okay.
Good job.
Oh, and also, could the council please, because this was not, unless I'm not correct, I don't believe their payroll was part of the original bills. Can I get a motion and a second for their payroll sheet that's attached to it?
Need a first and a second motion to pay the fire department for their calls this month.
I'll make the motion to pay them for their calls.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Councilwoman Blevins Cook made the motion. Councilman Holbrook seconds. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
I abstain.
Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
Okay, permission granted to pay them. Thank you. Do we have any council concerns tonight?
I have a question.
Okay.
What are we gonna do with the horses you have in the back of your truck?
The art class, is going, they're drawing up a design. They'll go out and run the community. And they're the ones that painted the ones at the town center. So they're kind of focused on design for those. The third one is going to be painted to look like black gold. And it will be set up around top of the bank with the trees, with a little historical sign about the history of black gold and what's your in your place.
Oh, that's neat. Thank you.
Any other council concerns tonight? We need to go into executive session for anything? I don't believe so. Appreciate everyone coming out tonight. Again, thank you for your willingness to run for the city council seats that's coming up. It's great, as city administrator already said, to see so many people interested. And community involvement is the key to everything for this community. The more people get involved, the more we can get done, because it's a lot easier when we work together. And I do appreciate everyone that has taken time out of their schedule to put out signs and just to go door to door. Whatever you have done, I continue to do it. And in November, may the best man win. And we'll have a good council, I'm sure. So with that being said, do I have a motion to adjourn for the evening?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Councilwoman Catlin makes the motion. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Councilman Cook seconds. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Ann Catlin,
Yes.
Councilman J.R. Cook,
Yes.
Councilwoman Jackie Forrest Artis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Stephanie Blevins Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Carlos Holbrook,
Yes.
and Councilman Wayne Tackett.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned 7:49 PM. Thank you. 6:49.
We just be getting started.
Well,